Let's actually save this before we go too much further. Alright, extreme U, should have done that before now. There you go, you can tell me off. Right, what I will do now is I'll do a little bit of detail in each layer. So I'll hide everything, I'll do this, I'll click on that, and I'll put that on top and lock it. So that then when I do all the details, I've got these sitting underneath and I can add different details. Now, I'm not going to recreate this completely, but I will add a little bit of detail. So, for example, I might just do simple lines here. Something like that. Just a few lines, just to give it a little bit of detail. What I can do with these is, with my finger on Shift, I can add to selection, and I can go and make them just like that. So just very simple. So a few little details. What I would do if I was making this more detailed is I would go to Pathfinder, I would cut out lots of different shapes, but that will do for now. What I could do as well, I might just do the eye. Let's do the eye. Okay. And then we'll have a look, see what that looks like. Let's have a look at our character now. So it's coming along. On the head, let's do just a couple of details on the head. Let's do some line for the mouth. Even something like that. We'll keep it fairly simple. So what I'm doing is just selecting that color, turning it into a stroke, and then adding it a bit, adding a little bit of darkness to the line. Something like that. Let's have a look at our character now. Alright, so very, very simple, as I said. What I could do is with eye, let's do a bit of very, very simple Pathfinder. With eye, let's do just a couple of states of the eye where we can have it blinking. So I'm going to click on eye, I'm going to drag it down here so that it duplicates. I'm going to do a half closed and a closed. So eye half closed and eye closed. So with the closed, I'll get rid of the pupil and I'll just make that a bit darker. Let's see what that looks like. With the half closed, we'll get rid of this. And what I'm going to do is make a shape in here, and I'm just going to divide it. So you click on there, you click on there, you go to divide over here. And with my finger on Shift and selecting the direct select tool, I'm going to click on what I want left. So I'm going to click on the bottom and the top and get rid of everything else. So when let's do half closed on top so that I can select. Oh, I've done it again. Keep dragging it into that sub layer. So that when you've got your eye, you've got your half closed and then you're closed. And the idea is that you animate through that to that. Okay, let's have a look at how our character looks now. So, very simple as I keep saying, but not too bad. And those eyelids should probably be a bit more brown, but we'll leave them for now. So we have a character in there. Let's do an arm, and then I think that will do. So keep that on top. Let's try this a different way. I'll keep that on top. I'll make another layer. We'll call it arm. Let's do the arm in a couple of pieces. Top. All right, let's lock all that so that we're nice and sure. Top. I'm going to do a corner there, which you normally wouldn't do, but I'm actually going to pivot from that corner, so that's actually okay. But I'll try and make sure that everything else is circular. So that I'll pivot from there, and I'll pivot from that corner. Arm top, and I'll do arm bottom. And the bottom can be from that pivot around. And then we've got a little bit of functionality in there. So that we've got two little pieces there. I reckon that'll do. Let's tidy some things up, see what we're looking at. Alright, that head needed a little bit of tidying up, I think. Let's just check that. There was something there that we should look at. There's a piece in there. Okay, that we might have done on the wrong layer. We're not looking too bad there. Alright, so I might do that a little bit darker. Ideally, you could probably do a gradient through there, but I try not to do too many gradients when I'm in Illustrator before I take it to another software. You can always change the gradient in the actual animation software. What you want for these sorts of puppets is to do just something very simple in Illustrator before you take it across. So let's have a look at our character. Just without that eyelid. There you go, there's our basic character set up in Illustrator.